Seeing as it's still August, I guess it's probably too early to bust out the World Juniors jersey, eh? If anyone ever tells you it's too early for the World Juniors, you have my permission to slap them with a beaver tail. Or just eat the beaver tail. Relax, it's a pastry. Okay, yes, it is still August, and it's still really hot. You got your t-shirt, your shorts, your pool noodle, life is good. But let's face it, it'd be better if it had a little more hockey in it, right? I got you fixed. Because Canada just had their summer development camp. Why, you may ask? Pourquoi, you may ask in French? Got a 60 in grade 10. Well, the camp is just one of many steps young Canadian hockey players have to go through in order to make Canada's World Junior Hockey team. You know, that one that won 5 gold medals in a row. And then, of course, had a heartbreaking loss to the States in Saskatchewan. And then, of course, losing to Russia last year in Buffalo. There for that, too. You can't say I'm a jinx. I was at the Olympics. Heartbreaking, nonetheless. But this camp is looking to find Canada's next crop of World Junior Hockey players that are going to compete for gold in Edmonton and Calgary. And you may have heard about it. You may have even been able to check out some of the action. Canada had inter-squad games between Team White and Team Red. The teams feature some returning players from last year's team. Guys like Eric Branson, Sean Couturier, Ryan Johansson, all part of a short list of players that are looking for revenge for last year's loss. But there's some new faces too. Smith-Pelly's a name I definitely recognize. Got to see a lot of him in the junior playoffs here in Ontario. DSP was a beast. Got to see a lot of Toronto pick and Smith-Pelly's teammate Stuart Percy too. Also at the camp. And of course joining those two among many other new faces, the first overall pick at the most recent draft, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And at this camp, he made his presence felt. Ryan Johansson and the team he was assigned to, Team White, are down 4-3 with less than 3.5 minutes to go in the first intra-squad game. So what does he do? Scores a goal, ties it up. Didn't make the team last year, obviously wants to impress. Then with 20 seconds left in a tied game, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was the one who tied the game, he scores the winning goal. A guy who scores clutch goals for Team Canada. You know, I kind of like that. Eberle, where art thou? Unfortunately for Team White, the next game came. Third overall pick, Jonathan Huberdeau, and the rest of Team Red ended up going beast mode and winning 8-2. That's not good. But my question to you guys, have you been paying attention to this camp? And it's always fun to theorize, so who do you think is going to be on the 2012 Canadian World Junior Hockey team? Because even if a guy's good enough to be on the team, doesn't necessarily mean he'll make it. Could be an injury. A lot of people had high hopes for Brandon Gormley last year and he wasn't able to compete. Or you could have what happened to Jeff Skinner. He was at the World Junior Development Camp, he did very well, but then he went on to, you know, make his team in the show and then become the youngest All-Star in league history. And of course this affects all countries for the World Juniors, but it always seems to really bite Canada. Sometimes their players are too good for their own good. So let me know. Thoughts? You can leave a comment or question in the underbar, or you can talk about the WJCs and the place to be right here.